Decision 2012. Now GOP presidential hopeful Ron Paul is in the Bay Area tonight. He's hosting a town hall meeting at UC Berkeley that starts in about 30 minutes.
He also sat down for a one-on-one interview with NBC Bay Area's Brent. Brent joins us now from our newsroom. And Brent, he has a passionate base of supporters here, but a lot of Republicans want him to drop out of this race.
Well, he says he's not going to yet. He has nowhere near the delegate count that Mitt Romney has, but he still has a very loyal fan base, and he still has a message to get out. Now, Congressman Paul was at the San Francisco Marriott this morning, meeting his followers face to face. They lined up out the door for a chance to shake hands and get a picture. Now, Paul has a loyal and diverse following that includes Republicans, independents, and even many Democrats. He knows it is unlikely that he's going to win his party's nomination, but he told me today he is not ready to call it quits yet.
It's, halfway through, so, and we don't know exactly how many delegates we're going to get, but a lot more than is on the scoreboard right now because there's a lot of process going on in all the states where the straw votes were obtained. We have a lot of energy on people who are very much engaged in becoming delegates. So I think it's a couple of months before we know exactly, how these numbers will play out.
You're the oldest candidate out there, a senior member of Congress, and yet you resonate with so many young people. In fact, in California, you're touring universities, Chico State, UCLA, Cal Berkeley. Why is it that you resonate so well with this younger group of people? The
most common answer I get is, well, you're the only one that's telling the truth. And I said, yeah, but they say the same thing. Well, we don't believe them. So there's this attitude that I'm trying to tell them exactly what's wrong and what can be done. Even though I have a dire message about how bad things are, the students, young and with open minds, they come away being very optimistic because they at least say, well, you're telling us the truth and you give us the things that we can do and how we can change things.
A big issue here in the Bay Area right now is medical marijuana, legalizing marijuana, and I know you're going to be talking to folks in Berkeley, and it's a big issue there right now. What would you say to them, or are you going to bring that up? Will you talk about that kind of thing? Where do you stand on that?
I say the feds should get lost. They have no business. If they write a law and said medical marijuana is a reasonable thing to ask for, the feds shouldn't come in and arrest people who are doing this, obeying the California law.
And as you mentioned, Ron Paul is set to speak at UC Berkeley starting at 7 o'clock. We just got word that the response has been so big, they're moving it to an even bigger venue to accommodate everybody. But he definitely resonates with that younger crowd. And by the way, you can see a longer version of my interview with Congressman Paul coming up tonight at 7 on Comcast 186. Raj and Jess?